So, hello everyone and welcome to another video. So we are reading A Torch Against the Night. If you have not watched the first, or if you have not read the series and don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this. I will be doing spoilers in this. And I also did a spoiler vlog for the first book. Now we are at the second one. So we are just going to go straight into spoiler territory with reading back. It says, Laia and Elias are determined to break into the Empire's most secure and dangerous prison to save Laia's brother, even if it for Elias it means giving up his last chance at freedom. They will have to fight every step of the way to outsmart their enemies, the bloodthirsty Emperor Marcus, the merciless Commandant, the sadistic Warden of Kauf, and most heartbreakingly of all, Helen, Elias' former friend and the Emperor's newest blood shrike. Bound to Marcus' will, Helen faces a torturous mission of her own, one that might destroy her. Find the traitor Elias victorious and the scholar slave who helped him escape, and kill them both. So, don't know where this book is going, kind of not, but we kind of also do. So, I will update every 100 pages. So, I can't wait. I have never read this book before, so I am going in totally blind and have I don't know anything that is going to happen in this book. So yeah, I will talk to you when I am 100 pages into this book. And then we will see how my feelings are now. I want to talk about how I'm feeling and, just, is there anything that is really in the plot, if there is anything that I am thinking or anything. So, alright then. So I am 100 pages into this book. And so far, I feel like it's really a quick read, but it's also slow. I don't know how to explain it, everything is really going quickly, but it's a lot of things happen, but then again not. I don't know how to really explain it. So basically, they are still on the run, and Elias basically almost died because he spouted poison, and yeah. He was poisoned, but they are both alive, they are both fine, and now Helen is going to basically set on after them. And yeah, so far I am really enjoying this book. I want to say it took a little bit to get into the book again, like it did with the first one, but now I am thinking that it's going to be a quick read here on out, and I can't wait to continue on with this book. And yeah, so far it's really interesting, to kind of see what everyone is thinking. So in this one we have 3 perspectives. So we are following Elias and we are following Laia, as we did in the first one. But we are also following Helen in this, which is the blood shrike, who is tasked to go after and basically capture Elias and bring him back. But she's finding that really difficult because she is in love with him, and she just finds it really difficult to kind of get this task. And then basically you also Helen is basically stopped by the cook in the first book, and she basically says that the girl, Laia, don't touch her. If any harm comes to her, no force in this land will stop me from gutting you slowly. And I love the cook, and I'm curious, really, really curious to, kind of why is she having so strong feelings for Elia, because I just feel like the cook didn't really like show a lot of emotions, like love towards her in the first book. So I am really curious to why does she have so kind of really these feelings towards her. I'm really wondering, and I want to know why. Okay, so I have read another 200 pages in this book, and yeah, what we have learned so far, or what we have, yeah. So basically, Helen is, hunting Elias, and she basically catched up to him in a place called Nur. But she'll let him go because they clearly like each other. And it's just, yeah. I just think she finds it difficult to actually do it, but she tries to because Marcus is the emperor. Even though he's a douche, he basically, Helen's father, to get her out of these kind of sticky situations that she was in, he made a deal, and now Helen's sister Hannah is going to marry Marcus. But Marcus is also trying himself, I almost said, on Helen's sister, that I don't remember the name. Livy. So I find him gross. He's just, didn't like him in the first book, definitely don't like him in this book. I like him less, and he's barely in this book, and I like him even less than I did in the last one. So, and then, basically, we know that Elias is going to die in 2 months. And it's 2 more books, so I don't know how it's going to work, because he's the main character, and if he dies in this, what of the other 2 books, because he's still the main character? So I don't really know. Basically, he also decides to go to Kauf himself to break out Darian, and he basically leaves the rest. But first, he basically goes to his clan that the commandant basically gave him to them because she didn't want him. So basically, they are going to help Laia, Issy, and Keenan to get to Kauf. And yeah, what else am I going to say? Basically, yeah, I don't really know where this book is going. I am still really, really loving it. It's a slow book, but almost halfway through. We have like 200 pages left. So, yeah, overall, this is good. And I'm really curious. Because you know that Laia and Keenan had a thing, but Laia also likes Elias, and Elias likes Helen. So I have no idea where we are going to end up, who is going to end up with who. Is someone ending up with anyone? And also, I know that people are crying during the last book. So I am really curious, and that is one reason why I'm doing this, forcing myself to read them, because they're just really good, and I'm really curious. But I'm just really bad at reading them, so yeah. I am just trying not to have any, thoughts about what is going to happen, because I'm guessing this book, or not this book, this series is just going to do a curveball of some kind and do something crazy that you may not actually believe in. But yeah, that was kind of where we are at right now. Really liking it. Can't wait to continue on with this and see where we are ending up. Especially since, you know, we are following these three people and they are all in different kind of stages. Now, I have not read from Laia, like after Elias basically left, so I don't know how she's feeling about it. I bet that she's kind of pissed that he just left. I mean, he upped up and left and didn't tell her. So, I don't really know. I would be angry at that, but I guess we'll just have to see how she's feeling. So, I am now 304 pages into this book, and wow. So, a lot has happened during the last like 100 pages. So basically, we know that Elias left, and basically he has come to Kauf. But first, he basically meets the what's it called again? Like the, I don't even remember what it named was. The Soul Catcher. Basically, he met up with the Soul Catcher Grand. We do know now that she is a djinn. And yeah, that was, yeah. Basically, she kind of wanted to keep him there, but he was allowed to go to Kauf. And then he was captured in Kauf, and now he is there in captive, and he's being tortured. So yeah, then we also know that Laia and Keenan and those that are with basically are attacked by marshals, and they are found, and Izzy basically is killed, and that is a huge blow for Laia, you know, because she really loved Izzy. And basically, they had to kill the marshals, and they did. Now they are on a boat on their way to Kauf, and yeah, that is kind of what has happened to those. Not super much, but enough. And then we have Helen, and Helen is really struggling, you know, because she has to kind of choose between her family and Elias, and she's really struggling with that because she loves Elias, and basically she don't know what to do. And yeah, basically she has to hunt down, and she has also met Cook again, the cook, and basically she's still saying the same thing about Laia. Don't you dare put your hands on her, you know? You are not to kill her because she is important, and I don't know what she's thinking of, you know. I have no idea why Laia is so important. And yeah, I don't know how this book is going to go over the last like 150 pages. I don't know. I have no idea what is going to happen, and I don't know if they will meet up or anything, you know. It's just, there are 2 more books. I have no idea. I mean, possibly she will find Darren. But I don't know what will happen to Elias or Helen. I don't know if Helen will catch up to them in this book or not. And we also know that Elias has been poisoned, and basically he left for Kauf because he wouldn't survive 2 weeks. And I'm just so curious to see where is this book going, you know? Are anyone going to survive through the last book? So yeah, that is kind of what has happened. I still have so many questions, you know, and I don't know. It just seems really, yeah. Another thing we do know is that basically Laia and Keenan has something going on, you know. So I don't know if it will be like Laia or Keenan together or not. Because, I mean, if it's going to be Laia and Elias, a lot of things needs to happen before that, because, you know, Laia and Keenan is already kind of not together, but they do, you know, like each other. And yeah, I have to say, I don't know who is going to end up with something, because this has minimal of romance elements. You know, there are like a smooth, like little romance, but not like in your face romance. They aren't like smooching every single page. So I can't wait to finish this book and then start a Reaper at the Gates, because I have to know what is going to happen, and I'm not stopping until I'm done with A Sky Beyond the Storm. I'm not stopping. I do believe that once I finish this, I will just jump right into Reaper at the Gates, because I'm just so in love and I can't wait to get to this. So far this is sitting at a 5 stars, you know. And I mean, are there anything that is going to change that fact? I want to say no, but it could be. But so far it's a 5 stars. Okay, so if anyone has read A Court of Thorns and Roses and basically goes from book 1 to 2, this is kind of one thing that is happening. Keenan is a Nightbringer. So I didn't actually put that in connection. So basically, I went from liking Keenan to not liking him. And I just said, last clip, that if Laia was to choose someone else than Keenan, something had to happen. And something happened. So now we don't like Keenan. He's trash. Don't like him at all. Basically what happens is that Helen is kind of helping Laia to get Elias out. Not like helping, but she has to go back too. And basically Marcus, he kills her entire family except Livy, who is, I think it's Livy, who is the youngest. So yeah. And then we also know that Elias, he kind of is like on the verge of death. He's kind of dead, you know. But Laia was able to save both of them, and now we are kind of in this state where we know that the Commandant wants to become the Emperor, but we don't know how she is going to do that, but she really wants to, which means that she has to kill Marcus. That hasn't happened, but probably the next book or the next book after that or something. So yeah, basically Darien is just woken up at the end of this book. So that is kind of what has happened. And yeah, 5 stars. I really, really loved this. It was a lot of twists and turns. And the pacing in this is really good. There are things that is happening throughout this entire book. I didn't feel really bored of it. And I just feel like things were like wriggling and twisting and turning, and I kind of didn't know where things was going, and I mean, now I know, and it didn't disappoint. I really loved this, and I can't wait to continue on the next book and tell you what I think about that. This one was truly amazing, and I just did it. This did not, yeah, it did not disappoint, and I feel like there are so many characters in here, but every one of them has different, things. So Helen is this person who, is like, you kind of don't know if you're going to trust her or not, or, like her. I mean, I like her, but then you're also like, will she actually kill Elias? But overall, you really like her just because she's, meeting the cook, and basically she says that don't hurt Laya because she has like a greater thing that she needs to get done. And Helen, she kind of listens to that and figures out that, I'm going to listen to the cook. I need to, just figure out before I do anything drastic, because she don't like Laya, because obviously she feels like Laya stole Elias away from her. But then again, she doesn't hold that grudge against Laya because she don't know what kind of the cook is talking about, and yeah. And then she has other things that she needs to do. Then we don't follow Marcus, but Marcus in this story, and we hate him. And then we have Keenan, who you think you like, but then you don't at all. Don't like him. So, and then you obviously have Elias and Laya. And I really like both of those, and they are going through so much, and yeah, just overall, I am so hooked in this story. I can't wait to continue on and finishing this series. It's just going to be really, really good. But yeah, that was this book. 5 out of 5 stars. Really good. Really great. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!